The book is a book for victims of racism, and racism is white supremacy. There's no other form of racism other than white supremacy, according to whom? According to what I say is logic and evidence. There's no other form. You can't have white supremacy and another supremacy on the same planet at the same time. It just doesn't compute. The book, everything in the book that I have written is supposed to be based on logic. And I always tell people, follow the logic. Don't follow Neely Fuller anywhere. Neely Fuller just wrote a book. And the things that he says in his book may not be logical. Some of it, a great portion of it, may or may not be. All of it may or may not be. None of it may or may not be. That thing that he calls white supremacy may not exist. One of the first people that read the book, the original copy of the 1984 edition, I showed it to a person. It was a black person. He read it. He said, you know what you got there, Fuller? And I said, what? He said, a whole lot of nothing. He just got nothing there. There's nothing in that book that can help me do anything. Said, I looked at it. You don't have nothing there, man. I don't see why you bothered. And so I told him I thanked him for his opinion, because that's the way it's supposed to work. You're supposed to use your own judgment, not when you just read Neely Fuller's book, anybody's book, or when you look at a television program, or when you look at a movie. You make your own judgment, but be willing to listen to everybody's opinion. Don't shout people down at meetings and all like that and say, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. No, let the person talk. And the main thing, remember to do, ask questions, because that's what the book that I have written is about, asking questions. Why? Because logically speaking, unless I have been misinformed, all problems are solved through the process of questions and answers. It's just a matter of you keep asking questions. You don't have a limited number of questions. People will try to limit the questions that you ask. That's a danger sign that somebody's going to hide something. If you ask enough questions and get enough answers, it'll take everybody right where they need to be. That's the logic, I think. And The name of the book is The United Independent Compensatory Code System Concept. That United Independent is you unite not with people, because people will let you down. I don't care what kind of people they are. People make mistakes. Even people who have the best of intentions make colossal mistakes. The smartest people make colossal mistakes. So you don't want to make any mistakes. So you follow what? Not people. You follow logic. Logic is infallible. Logic, fire will burn. Water is wet. See, that's the logical. That's the logic that you follow. Stick with the basic principles of the universe. So the book is designed to help the victims of racism function as individual persons. Don't unite with anybody. Unite with logic, because whomever you're uniting with better be uniting with logic. That's the logic of that. People don't really unite. And if they're going to accomplish anything of any constructive value, people don't unite with each other. They unite with logic if they get anything that they're going to accomplish. Now, you can use logic one of two ways: constructive, non-constructive. And you can pretty well tell what's going to produce a constructive result and what's going to produce a non-constructive result.
Yes. Okay.
You can get the book by going to producejustice.com.